Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys. And today we have the Dislyte 3rd anniversary live stream. So it's a new thing that they tried today, which is a live stream. They never do that before. Yeah. So it's been 3 years. It's a long time. It feels like so short, but the live stream happened when I was working, so it's an office hour, so I cannot watch this, and it's a 1.5 hour live stream, so I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing. Now I can actually feel like what are you guys feeling when you see my 3 hours videos. This is still not as long as mine, but I tried to squeeze all the information, It just so happened that I have so much information in my head that I can share with you about how to tips and tricks of all the characters in the game. Like, so yeah, now I can feel what you guys are feeling. Well, anyway, we're gonna try to get all the important information from this video. So let's watch this winner. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's it. Who was that guy just now? That guy. Ooh, and this is what we've been waiting for. New Esper, EIRA.
Cue the strings, dim the lights, and let's make this concerto unforgettable. Let these strings lift you high.
Of her skill set, so we're gonna discuss this. And it's EIRA, a legendary fighter, a flow element, which is my favorite. Flow element always have like a ton of utility on them. So I just so happen to love utility. So all of my lineups are all flow as first, which is not good for my Esper balance. This one is. So look at that. Burning with Rave, enjoy the fun and the burning with Ta-da! There's Simmer Reverb, Event Tales, Flashback. Flashback is the the anniversary book that you can check your how to say, your high score, your personal goal, your achievement, etc., etc. And there's a gray water bootleg market I see there. It's a black market, trickiest black market, so we can buy probably a golden record or the puzzle pieces there. And then the sweet wishes, don't know what is that, but it looks like a cake. It's probably the usual cake that we see all the chibi characters that gives you bonus items. And then there's Meta Freya there, Crimson Cadence. You're gonna need to grind her. Obviously, it's a Meta Esper again, so it only gonna come out once. So you better grab her for sure, because I can tell you, I took a sneak peek of her skill set. It's OP. You must have her. So like it's not like a must-have like Meta Anubis must-have, but it is like a must-have OP version. This is OP. Like, she is insanely good. Like, she has a ton of utility that I kind of like wish I can spend money on her. But now I'm gonna be a pure free-to-play player. So but there's a silver reward that we've been waiting for. So I've been waiting for that for a very long time. I've been holding back on my gacha, and it's there. I think you've got a special message from this boom. Plenty of special rewards await. Yeah, there we go. There's the item to pull EIRA. There's a legendary selection too over there. Nice. And the legendary Esper selection is Suichai, Elif, Luxiang. Oh, there it is. Lapis, Elif, Osana, Amir, Sakura, Fatima, Chuyao, Lu, Sambi, Tao, Cho Hong, Eugene, Suichai, Nathaniel, Fusa. I think for me personally, like, I do recommend if you still haven't got Leaf Resonance 6 by now, like she helps you a lot with your PvE scores. And then the next best option, if you already have Elephant Resonance 6, if you only cares about PvE score, then I do recommend taking Lapis. Although I also do recommend for you guys to have at least one Chohong. You will see that if you try to pair up Chohong with Lapis, she is actually insanely OP, become insanely strong. Especially if you also can pair Chohong, Veteran, and also Lapis. But I don't have Lapis, so I cannot show you how good that combo is. And then the next best option for you to take is most likely gonna be Suichai. Like the rest is okay at Resonance 0. Like Lushang, you need Resonance 2, Eugene, you need Resonance 2. The rest is okay at Resonance 0. The one that you can skip actually is Fatima for sure. Fuse, kind of like if you do still use Embla, then Fuse is still useful, but otherwise you don't need him at all. But if you do use Embla in your PvE, then of course you need Fuse at Resonance 6. Like he's really good. I mean like if you don't use Embla, then yeah, whether you have Fuse or not, it doesn't matter. Like the key is on Embla. Like if you use Embla, you bring Fuse. If you don't use Embla, you don't bring Fuse. That's the whole that's the thing about Fuse. Then Amir Resonance 0 is enough. Like he helps you with event, like clearing the fastest wave possible. Sakura obviously really good, but she's already very usable at Resonance 0. If you do want to get her further, like Resonance 6, if you don't have anything better to take, then yes, she is also really good at Resonance 6, because as Resonance 4 and Resonance 6C increase your team, your lineup's DPS. And then Bitao, Resonance 0 is enough. Like sometimes you need him, sometimes you don't. Like I still use him in triple threat. He's really good in disabling the enemies. But if you care about PvE, then there's a lot of other options if you can. Chu Yao obviously really good. So yeah, the skippable one is Fatima or Sana. Nathaniel. Like Nathaniel is insanely good. Like I've bet level 17 Nathaniel Resonance 6 D6 in PvP the other day, and really the moment he got to maximum stack, my entire lineup is gone. But for Suichai, it's kind of like, for me, he is a skippable, but a lot of players actually likes him. I don't know why. Like I've been telling you ever since Suichai comes out, like he is very easily counterable. But I think you guys watched the other YouTubers video, and yeah, I've seen a ton of Suichai. Like it's becoming like a plague right now. Like there are a ton of Wuyo. Like you can see Wuyo everywhere. But ever since Suichai came out, like you can see also Suichai everywhere, which is good for me because I cannot kill Wuyo that easily. But Suichai is the easiest Esper for me to kill. Like I just saw. I think who was it? GG Easy, I think. Yeah, he just made a video saying that Ming Suo delete Suichai. Dude, I've been doing that ever since Suichai came out. What the hell? Yeah, that's the reason why the information in my channel is kind of like a hidden gem. Yeah, Suichai is a skippable for me. So those are all the skippable. Go. Simmer, a new Simmer there. So I think in Simmer Reverb, I think I am gonna pick Swanpin if I can get her, or probably Chehe. And the other one I'm gonna pick using my Simmer PT. Yeah, so I can get both at the same time. So yeah, that's the thing. And what is this? Rewind, nice. You can rewind. two chances for you to rewind. So if you level up the Rogue Esper, you can rewind twice for free. I also use this because I never level up a Rogue Esper. Oh, Ridnis. Oh yeah, this is the buff to the BB, is it? Discordant Beats. Oh no, it's a new stage. I think it's a buff to the current Falsetto Fantasy. Like you can get a buff just like the you now can use a buff on, is it knockout or reboot? I forgot. And then just to the stages. Like if it actually is. If a lot of players are stuck in here, I'll probably make a guide. But sometimes I'm kind of like, how to say, don't know if you guys are getting trouble in here. Like if you guys are stuck in here, because for me, I just if I can do this easily, then that means you should be able to do this also. But sometimes some players just got stuck. So yeah, just follow my rules. You can ask me a lot of questions. If you do want me to make a guide, then I'll do that. Looks fine. Although this one is too easy for me, the one just this one. Yeah, this one. This challenge, I just do everything easy for this one. I don't know any trouble. Memory rate again. To fill up your free time. Ooh, Esper Swiss. There's gonna be EIRA. Obviously, I'm gonna use her. She looks nice. Yeah, we're gonna see the rest, I think, in the future. But for now, we only got EIRA. So let's go
out probably tomorrow.
What you are talking about.
The lights, and let's make this concerto unforgettable.
See EIRA.
Care for a front row seat to greatness? A little magic, just for you.
You love for this. This is what Dislyte is all about. The character design is insanely good. So yeah, like I said just now, Meta EIRA is insanely OP, and I was gonna upgrade my Nora to level 70. She was gonna be my third level 70 Esper, but I'm waiting for the new Esper to come out first before I do that. And apparently this EIRA, this Meta EIRA, this Meta Freya, is the higher version of Nora. What the hell? So I'm gonna check out this EIRA first and see if I'm supposed to upgrade EIRA to level 70 or Nora to level 70. Because for this EIRA, position matters now. You see, like if you put Meta EIRA in the first position, meaning that she is the captain, that means that she gotta be your main DPS. She gotta perform just like Nora with a lot of multi-hit AoE damage. And then if you put her in any other position aside from the captain, then she gonna be a maximum support. Like she gonna call out everybody to do a pursuit attack using their basic ability, and also she gonna spam AP push to all of your Esper, which is insanely good. Like the AP push obviously gonna give advantage to Lapis, because Lapis can make use of AP boost to become a damage for her, and the basic ability also, the more allies cast basic ability, then the faster EIRA gonna use her third skill. This is the summary of her skill set basically, so I'm gonna do a more detailed version after this. So that is that Esper that moves very fast and use their basic ability is the best friend for EIRA to strengthen EIRA herself. Okay, so there are two ways to do this. If you do want to strengthen your EIRA for her to be able to spam her abilities a lot more times, then you're gonna have all of your allies who can spam their basic ability, which is a lot of espers. You know, we have Lapis, we have Valeria, we have Liam, we have Shuya, we have Wengsun, we have Yuxu. Oh my god, there are a ton of espers that can spam their basic abilities every single turn. And then it will strengthen your EIRA, and the other way around is for your EIRA to strengthen your main DPS actually. So because she use a lot of AP push and call your Esper to do a pursuit attack using their basic ability, obviously your main DPS who can deal a ton more damage using their basic ability gonna get a lot more benefit out of this EIRA. So some example is just like your Elif, you know, the combo of Elif and Feng Sun can be strengthened by EIRA, because Elif, when she casts her basic ability, if she has Feng Sun by her side, then she gonna continue pursuit attack using her third ability if you have her at Resonance 6. So by calling her a lot more times using a pursuit attack, then the more chances for you to, you know, do more damage. Like, I don't know if it is stacks with her own Resonance 6 ability. So if it happens, then that means that if it can stack, that means that EIRA gonna call Elif to do a pursuit attack, then cast the third ability because she gets a buff from Feng Sun, and then after that her own pursuit attack using her Resonance 6 will happen, and she gonna do exactly the same thing. So it gonna double up your DPS if you do have Elif, Resonance 6 and Feng Sun. And also Feng Sun is another Esper who can spam his basic ability, so it's just perfectly aligned there. So we're gonna go into more detail. So this is the first ability of EIRA, but to get understanding of this, we're gonna go to the passive first. Okay, this is the Harmonic Shift, this is the passive. So at the start of combat, gains Prima if in position 1, otherwise gains Secondo. Each time an ally casts a basic ability, gains Cadence and reduces the cooldown of Passion Burst. Passion Burst is her third ability. So if you are in position 1, then she becomes a Prima, and if you in any other position, she becomes a Secondo. This is important, remember that. So we're gonna go into the Prima first. Okay, Prima is when she is in the first position, which means that she is the captain. So Prima increases basic ability damage, and this effect won't be removed upon death. You can see that. So and then the carrier is immune to damage until they are the last one standing or after taking a certain number of hits. So this is important because this means that EIRA will be just like Ana or Nora, that they have, like, you know, that kind of shield that block damage until you get a certain number of hits, then the shield is gone. It's probably a similar thing to that, but we will see later in the PTR testing. Okay, so and then Cadence is the third buff, which can happen whether you are in any position, Prima or Secondo. It hypes up the atmosphere, stackable with a limit. This effect won't be removed upon death. So Cadence, I don't know what other effects it has. We're gonna need to go to the PTR testing to see that, and also whether it's in the patch notes or not. We still haven't got the patch notes yet. I cannot click the patch notes as of tonight. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna make a video of the patch notes analysis, and but today we can already see a sneak peek of her skill set here. So back to the Prima. So when she is in the captain position, she gonna get a Prima buff, and every time an ally casts basic ability, she gonna get a Cadence stack. Okay, now going back to the first skill. So the first skill attacks all enemies. So this is just like Gaius. The first ability is an AoE damage, just like Gaius, Zora, like that, and dealing damage based on attack and reducing the target's AP. So this is great. Like you can keep reducing the enemy's AP, like because it's an AoE attack and reduce enemy's AP. That means that if you can spam her basic ability, the enemy literally will never ever move. You know, if you can make her spam her basic ability, whether it is from Avatara or you know, relief set, or you can, if you keep calling her using her basic ability, using like Chuya or something, like she will perform just like the normal EIRA. Like the normal EIRA, the strength of normal EIRA is in her ability to keep the enemies in permanent AP down state. Like they will never ever get a turn. And just like I always say, in a turn-based game, the strongest ability is the one that doesn't let your enemy get a turn at all. So that's the first ability. Now, while Prima is active, this ability hits one extra time for every certain number of cadence stacks. So this is why I said like this is just like a stronger version of Nora, because just like the third ability of Nora, this is an AoE damage that hit multiple times depending on the number of cadence stacks. We don't know how many stacks cadence can go into maximum, but if you can have 5 stacks, that means that you're gonna hit more than 5 times. Which is gonna be the highest amount of multi hits you can have in this game. You know. Oh no. After Louis, okay, Louis hits 9 times, but that is a single ability damage. Like 9 damage is like hitting random target. This one is 5 plus attacks to every single enemy. Like this is the most multi-hit attack you can have as AoE. Now we're not gonna read the Secondo first. So after Ascension, the fewer the targets, the higher the damage dealt. That's all. So you don't get confused of all the long text. Just focus on my voice, like you will understand that. Now, going to the third skill now. This one and.
Hi.
Now this one, Passion Burst. This ability can be cast while Secondo is active. So we're not gonna read that, okay? Now we're gonna go to the bottom part, passive. While Prima is active, attacks deal extra true damage based on the target's maximum HP up to a certain percentage of EIRA's attack. This is what makes her like an upgraded version of Nora. Nora, the strength of Nora is that she ignores defense while also dealing true damage based on the enemy's maximum HP, while at the same time her ability doubles her damage output and also her damage if she cannot crit her damage, so all of her attack damage is based on her attack, and that means that you are not affected by the enemy's critical resist, which is good news if you are fighting against Chu Yao or if you are fighting against Lian. Okay, so here is almost exactly the same, like you have the AP down just like Nora, an AoE AP down. You also have the extra true damage based on the target's maximum HP, and also you're gonna ignore defense. Wait, in here, right? No. Oh, the ignore defense is in the secondary position. So yeah, we are getting ahead of ourselves there. But that's basically if you put her in the primary position. You can already see that she becomes the main DPS as per, just like Nora. Now, going to the secondo. So this means that if you put her in any other position, she's gonna become a secondo. Now, the effect of secondo is every time that your allies cast basic abilities, again, you're gonna get cadence stack. But secondo itself, it increases all allies' basic ability damage. So the moment you put her in any other position aside from the captain, she increases her allies' basic ability damage, which is great, because we know a ton of Esper that use pursuit attack. That means that they gonna get strengthened by EIRA. Just like Elif, Yuxu, Feng Sun, all the experts that I said just now, Liam, Valeria, also including someone like, Ana, Nora herself, counter attack also count as basic ability damage. It's a counter attack. We always counter attack using our first skill. So it all gets strengthened. All the basic ability damage gets strengthened. The one thing that I need to test is the Momo. Because Momo deals true damage. Will it get increased by this basic ability damage increase or not? So I need to test that, because true damage is not affected by any other outside interference aside from Momo's own attack stats. It's supposed to be like that, but we will see. If it does affect Momo's attack damage, then I definitely gonna bring EIRA in my Momo's lineup. That's for sure. So That's Secondo. So now we're going to the first ability with Secondo. Now, while Secondo is active, gains AP after the ability ends. So once you cast your basic ability, you're gonna get AP after the ability ends. This is exactly just like Chohong and also just like Betran. You know, both of them, this is why I like both of them, because if you pair them together, like they gonna get 55% bonus AP to Betran. Betran gonna get 55% bonus AP every time he casts his third ability, which is insanely fast. And if you give that to EIRA, oh my god, she gonna have 100% AP, I think. I don't know how much AP you get from here, but it's gonna be more insane than that. Now, gains AP after the ability ends, plus more AP for every certain number of cadence stacks. So I think if you have like maximum cadence stacks number, you gonna straight up get a bonus turn and you gonna cast your third ability. You know, now after Ascension, again, just now it's the fewer the targets, the higher the damage dealt, just that. So that's the basic ability. It gives you AP up after you cast your basic ability. Now, going into the Passion Burst, this can only happen if you are in other position. So you cannot cast your third skill while you're in the captain position. You know, so that means that when you are in the captain position, you only have your basic ability. But this one is kind of like situational, so we will see here. This ability can be cast while Secondo is active, attacks all enemies dealing damage based on attack at max cadence stacks. In PvP, the attack ignores defense and increases with the target's maximum HP. That is huge. That is just like, you know, a strengthened Nora. Like Nora only ignore 50% of the enemy's defense. And if you remember my previous video about Nora using the point war buff, she managed to ignore 100% of the enemy's defense, which makes my Nora able to one-shot a Wuyo lineup, like any other lineup in PvP. You know, just like my exploit with the Mona and the point war buff the other day. Nora also managed to do that if she can ignore the enemy's defense. Now we have an actual Esper that works just like Nora, but totally ignores the enemy's defense and also scales with the enemy's maximum HP. That is huge. Like I always say, I love maximum HP damage, you know. So because the stronger the enemy is, the stronger your damage is gonna be. So this is a totally, like, you know, defender killer kind of skill, and up to a limit, okay, obviously. In PvE, all allies assist with their basic abilities, so it works differently in PvP and PvE, which makes EIRA an even more must-have, because for everybody, she works for everybody. Like if you love PvP, bring EIRA. If you love PvE, bring EIRA. Like in PvE, all allies assist with their basic abilities. So you can, like I said just now, call Elif, call Feng Sun, call Yushu, call every single other expert that works with basic ability to assist your attack, which gonna increase your total DPS again. And because all allies assist with their basic ability, which means that once you cast your third skill using your EIRA, all 4 of your other allies gonna cast their basic abilities. So that means that if you bring 5 DPS, that's gonna be huge. You know. So yeah. So if you can spam your third ability, we're gonna try this in the PTR testing. If you can spam this third ability, I don't know how long is the cooldown of this third skill, but if it is fast, that means that all of your Esper gonna stop every like couple of turns. Like probably if this only have 2 turns cooldown, this is gonna be OP. This because that means that every 2 turns, all 5 of your Espers gonna attack the enemy with basic ability. That means that in 100 turns, you gonna have 500 attacks, not including Elif's pursuit, etc., etc. You know, that's insane. Now, if cadence isn't at max stacks, increase all allies AP. Okay, so that is already good enough. You know, I don't know how many stacks the cadence is, but if let's say for example cadence is maximum stack is at 5, that means that for the other 4 cadence before you get the cadence maximum stacks of cadence, then you gonna keep pushing your allies AP. This is why Lapis gonna have a lot of benefit from EIRA, because she will keep on getting the AP up, like another source of AP up. She still not gonna replace Unas in terms of the best AP pusher in your lineup. Although I don't know if in the PTR testing we're gonna see that whether the AP up push is multi-hit or a single hit. You know, it changes everything if it is multi-hit. So if cadence isn't at max stacks, increases all allies AP, it's gonna make your team move a lot faster. Okay, and it's perfect with the other Esper that can also AP push, just like Veteran or Chohong. You know, you're gonna move faster than the push. Like AP push is much better than speed up, because when you have speed up, it's gonna calculate based on, like, you know, addition and minus, you know, depending on how fast the enemy is. But AP push is percentage number. So doesn't matter how fast the enemy is, AP push, if you get 100% AP push, even if your enemy have like 1 million speed, you gonna move just like you have 1 million speed. 100% AP push. That's how AP push work, okay? So that's her abilities, you know. So the Prima makes her into a main DPS, and then Secondo makes her into an AP push, and also calling all her allies to do pursuit attack every couple of turns. Okay, so really strong.
A show worth remembering.
We're gonna see her in the Twitter testing, okay, and we're gonna actually see whether our analysis.
Esper, which you see behind her, but you will discover probably later on in the game.
Okay, so
lots of you guys have been asking me about him and asking for
yeah, I'll probably just
something
gonna
like this.
watch him in my
But
own time.
meta newbies,
Like not gonna do
the Crimson Cadence will be basically the meta. This is like big enough on the screen.
Yeah, he actually explained
Might
the
be a
skill.
little hard
but,
to see the whole.
I cannot hear him
skills
clearly,
display.
so I'm just gonna read it and explain it in my own, you know, in my
It's
own.
called the Burning Beat Fest because that's the period official frame contest. What you will have to do is draw an original avatar.
They did that previously.
Then you can still change the picture. It takes a bit of time and some elbow grease to change the picture, but all you have to do is print a round
that's
picture.
It. Yes.
9
So
cents.
that's it for this video. Now we gotta wait until the actual patch notes comes out, and also we're gonna go into the PTR testing next. But oh my god, I was gonna upgrade my Nora to level 70, but this Esper came out. So I'm gonna need to wait. Okay, I'm gonna need to wait. We will see how EIRA works first, and I'm gonna choose whether a Resonance Zero EIRA is still worth getting to level 70, or is it more worth to get a Resonance 6 Esper into a level 70? Because, you know, I'm a pure free-to-play player, so I can never have a meta Esper past like Resonance Zero. and because you cannot grind them, so yeah, I can never gonna be able to use a meta Esper to their maximum potential. So it's a waste of Meta Liling, because Meta Liling is a really insanely strong DPS, which I can never ever prove to you or even use it myself. But for a support Esper like Meta Drew or Meta EIRA, well, I can still use them, okay? Even at Resonance Zero. I do hope the Resonance doesn't change a lot of her gameplay. Like, if it does, then that means that it's gonna be even more OP for a pay-to-win players. You know, this Esper. Oh my god, she's already OP enough without any resonance. Without any resonance here. We've only looked at her first, second, and third ability. She's already insanely strong. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a personal analysis. Bye bye. Okay, so this is the second part of this video. I actually recorded the first part yesterday, and for some reason I uploaded to YouTube and it crashed. I don't know, like it's more like freeze, like it finished uploading, but it just processing to HD quality for like eternity. So I'm re-uploading this video, but it's kind of like a good and bad, because right now I have the patch 3.4.23 details, so we can continue from yesterday's analysis, and we're gonna be able to see the resonance in here. So yeah, we've already seen Meta Freya skills here. I think there is no changes. Everything works the same. Like if you put her in the first position, she gonna get Prima, and otherwise she gonna get Secondo. And basically Prima makes her main DPS, while Secondo makes her an insane support Esper, because as we all know, EIRA is the best at manipulating AP, whether it is the enemy's AP or your allies' AP. So in here, she is still doing really well in that department, while also being able to deal damage. So we're gonna take a look at the resonance here, and the first resonance, as just like every other meta Esper, is still the same. If you have EIRA at higher resonance, then the stats gonna increase. Very good for a DPS. And then the resonance 2, when any unit casts a basic ability, gains cadence and reduces patient burst cooldown. So the difference is that before resonance 2, each time an ally casts basic ability, then she will get cadence. But for resonance 2, when any unit, so that means that EIRA herself is included in this calculation. And we've seen here that EIRA can attack a lot of times, because every time she hits using basic ability, if she is in the secondo position, she gonna get AP after the ability ends. So she gonna attack a lot of times. Okay, and also it reduces patient burst cooldown, and as we all know, patient burst cannot be cast outside of secondo, so you do need to be in secondo position, which means that she cannot be the main DPS or the captain in order to make use of this resonance too. So it's situational, but if you do plan to use your EIRA as a support, this is really good. Now the third resonance here, just stats. The fourth one, a new effect is added to harmonic shift. Now new effect, Prima, after casting a basic ability, cast it one extra time. Oh my god, this is insanely good. Like if your basic ability already hit 5 times, like this ability hits one extra time for every certain number of cadence stacks. We don't know how many cadence stacks you can have, but it's definitely more than one. So if let's say you have if later in the PTR testing we're gonna see 3 stacks of cadence, that means that she's gonna hit 4 times at the very minimum. And then if you can see 5 cadence stacks for the maximum amount of stacks that you can have, that means that she gonna hit 6 times minimum. And if you double that, that means that you're gonna be able to hit 12 times. Like what the hell? That's a 12 times multi-hit. Like I do wish that you can go up to 5 cadence stacks, but we will see later in the PTR testing. Like if it only stacks for 3 times, that means that you're gonna be able to attack 8 times at the minimum. If you have her at resonance 4, it changes a lot. Like, oh my god, like as for that, like Ana, that you can break her shield very easily with this. Also, too bad she is a flow Esper. Otherwise, if she is a win Esper, you can definitely use her in Fafnir. Like Fafnir's shield gonna go down a lot faster with this. And then this one is the best one. New effect Secondo. When an ally casts a basic ability, there's a chance they will cast it one extra time. Yeah, we've already analyzed this yesterday. That a lot of espers get a ton of benefit out of this, especially Elif. Like, I do not want to imagine like how much damage you can double up with if you pair Elif, Feng Sun, and Meta EIRA together. Like, there's definitely a lot of YouTubers gonna make a lot of videos about this, and they gotta milk this thing out. You know, definitely gonna use a lot of chances to make content out of this. Like, this is insane. Like, the damage you can deal with this. Oh my gosh. Like, it's not only for Elif, like Yukshu, Feng Sun, even Ming Suo. Like, Ming Suo's damage mostly comes from the third skill, but his basic ability, if he is already in the Thunderclad stats, is already high enough. Like, I also make use of Chu Yao and Liam because I don't have Elif or Lapis or any other main DPS. So when using Ming Suo in PvE, like, I try to maximize his damage. So in his free time, I'm just gonna call Ming Suo to do a pursuit attack using Chu Yao and Liam. So it is still okay. Like, the damage is insanely high, and with this, I have a chance to cast it one extra time. Oh my god! And they already know that you don't want to make this like Tang Swan or Tang Yin, that you can cast this multiple times. Like, it can trigger itself. It's gonna be insanely OP if that can happen. So they already put it here. Like, this is the kind of like a precaution. So Resonance 6, yeah, always the strongest of all the resonance. Like, the power spike out of Resonance 6 is insanely high, especially for a meta esper. So in here, new effect Passion Burst at the start of combat grants all allies Brisingamen Swords for 2 turns. So the things that Meta EIRA lost when she becomes Meta EIRA from the original EIRA is the Brisingamen Swords. So Meta EIRA have two things, like I said in the beginning. She can manipulate the enemy's AP and also manipulates her allies' AP. So without the Resonance 6, you can only manipulate enemy's AP now. Although, oh yeah, you can still manipulate your allies' AP, but it's not as good as Brisingamen Swords. Like, Brisingamen Swords makes your Esper gets bonus AP every time his or her allies move. So if you can have this on all 5 of your espers at the beginning of the battle, like, every time you move, every single one of your esper gets an AP boost. Oh my god. Like, this gonna strengthen a speed team like a lot. It's insane to just imagine this, like if you have like a speed team and you move first, like you use Toland, for example. You use Toland moves, all of your other 4 espers will get AP boost, and then definitely some of them will move next, especially if you bring Moroyama in that lineup. Then once your ally moves next, then Toland himself will get an AP boost because he is inside that circle, and then it's just gonna snowball from there. The third esper gonna AP boost everyone else, including the esper that already moved, blah 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 blah, and then like it goes back to Toland again. And Toland still have Brisingamen Swords for another 1 turn, and it gonna keep the cycle going on for the next 2 turns. Like, all of your esper gonna move twice, each one of them, before the enemy can even move. It is even better if you can push the enemy's AP down. Even like using Meta Freya herself is already she's already able to do so. But if you have other esper that can push the enemy's AP down or speed down or like stun them, like, they will never ever move. Like, for probably the first the first 2 turns, after your allies move like 10 to 15 times. uh, yeah, this is insane. This resonance 6 power spike is really high, and also it can just, in PvE it will trigger the accentuated buff from Lu Shang much faster at the very beginning of the battle. And then even though it uses up turns, but the best thing that you can get out of this is to prevent the enemy, the boss, to do anything before you can set up everything first. Like buff up, debuff the boss, etc., etc. So that is the resonance. Oh my god, that is insanely OP. Too bad I will never ever see this. So yeah, I'm just gonna need to settle with Resonance 0 EIRA, and that's it. I'm gonna try the BTR testing, see whether I need to, I need to choose this over Nora to level up to 70, or is Nora still a much preferable choice for a free-to-play players? We will see. So outside of that, I don't think there's anything else in here. Like, you can just read this one by one. There are a lot of events coming on in this new patch. This is the anniversary, so just enjoy the day and the content and everything. And here is the limited time echo event. And the first phase is Yuhime and Ahmed. Quite alright. Like, Yuhime for me is also another choice. For if I ever have Yuhime at Resonance 6, like, I would have choose between Nora or Yuhime to level up to 70, because Yuhime have an advantage of the Hell's Hand buff. Like, the Hell's Hand buff increase her damage by a lot, so she can also deal insane amount of damage in PvE content. How to say this? Like, a lot of experts, they deal damage based on percentage attack number out of their attack stats. So the maximum number you can have is probably like 300%, 400%, sometimes 500% for certain esper, and that's it. Like, you cannot deal more than that. But Yuhime, the more she stacks her Hell's Hand, the more damage she will get, and it's multiplied out of that. It's snowballed out of that. And good news is that if you give her something like accentuated, or increase the enemy's damage taken, like, it just keeps on multiplying out on top of those Hell Hands. So Yuhime can also deal insane amount of damage, and but she just needs time to to stack all those Hell's Hands first. So she is not really that fast in PvP, but in PvE she can deal. Like, if you don't have Elif, you don't have Lapis, you don't have any other all of those broken DPS Esper, she is actually like my choice for main DPS Esper in the PvE content after Mingsuo. So yeah, that's Yuhime, and then the second phase is gonna be Chuyao and Gaius. Gaius is also really good, but it's just that a lot of espers are now much better than him. But the other day I tried doing a damage testing. Like, I just make the same exact lineup using Lu Shang, Feng Sun, Chuyao, Yujing, and just try to find the highest damage esper that can be multiplied by accentuated out of Yujing with the maximum buff from Feng Sun and also the maximum debuff from Chuyao. And apparently my result comes out like just now. How I know that Yuhime is another option is that the first one obviously is Mingsuo. If you're not talking about Elif, Lapis, and Slot, obviously the first one in my Esper list is Mingsuo. And then after that, the next one is actually Yuhime. And then the next one is Chloe. Surprise, surprise. And then after that, you know, the other Esper are kind of like similar. Gaius is also another Esper that can, you know, get a ton of benefit because he just deals more damage because he can actually stack Ascent with it much faster than the other Esper that I tested because he moves twice because of his third skill. But their damage is comparable, like kind of like a normal Esper damage. Like it goes around 700,000 something, you know, per hit, per cast, per skill cast. But for Chloe, she can apparently reach 1 million. And then the Yuhime can go above 1 million. And for Mingsu, yeah, you've already seen because I have level 70 Mingsu, I can go up to 9 million. But yeah, oh no, 9 million is after, you know, 100 turns. Like in the very first beginning, it goes only up to like 2 or 3 billions. So that's the comparison out of this. So Gaia is still okay if you don't have him. He scales with the enemy strength. That's the benefit of Gaius because he deals percentage HP damage. Now we have Feng Sun and Farah on the phase 3. So if you don't have Chu Yao, you don't have Feng Sun, it's your time to get both of them now. And that's it. Union State as pursued. Oh yeah, about this to meta frame. Yeah, so that's it for the patch 3.4.23 details. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the PTR testing. Bye bye.